does the track need to be on fire? I don't know, but it'd be kind of cool, Ken. So, I mean, that was a great phone call. Every single drift driver, I am not a mechanic. That goes for you, neighbor. I'm not doing your oil change.
Exactly, yeah.
If you have good proximity, oh, yeah. Be rowdy. Follow him almost into the wall. Yeah. Drifting should be scary. It should be there. It should be like, holy cow, this is cool.
Trip and drift.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, Dustin Motors, to the pod.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude, thanks for being here, dude. It's
Absolutely.
been a wild day, and I was glad I got to see you earlier, too. I didn't think you were coming to the track. But
yeah, I mean, I got a little FOMO, and I was like, let me street shark the car out. I'm going to come over to Orlando anyways. Let me come out to the track, say hi, get some content in for drift takes and stuff, do the little like interviews and stuff. Got you a little interview.
Yeah,
so it's funny getting interviewed, isn't it? When you're going from the interviewee to the interviewer.
Yeah, but I honestly, I wish more people do it. Like, I wish people are like, oh, I don't want to do the same thing you're doing, but it's like, everyone should do it. Like, it's more information, more things to watch, more knowledge to gain, and it's fun to do. Like, I do like being on that side, and I'm usually never on that side, so
it's fun.
It was cool, for sure.
I'm glad I got to do that with you.
Yeah. So last time you were here, it's been a while since we chilled, and even longer since you were on the pod. I think it was May or June that you were here. So since then, 6 months, what have you been up to? What's been going on?
It's as busy as could be.
Yeah.
Working on the car, got to go to some amazing events, did No Coast out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bought a big old truck to go out there, towed out me and Max, my buddy with Drift Factory, and just, got to hang with that whole group of people. Drift Factory is insane. Yeah. All the brothers and everybody that's there, everybody's a part of that family. All the girls cook and take care of everybody, and just a bunch of track moms, and they're just as wild as all of us and partied even harder than some of us. So, I mean, I think we all ended up shirtless at one point, running around the track doing, the electric slide. Yeah. I definitely didn't encourage any of that. I didn't have the boombox on my shoulder or anything. So, definitely not trying to, have all the fun or anything. Yeah.
How long was that drive?
It was 3 days. 3 days. 3 days, 28 hours, something like that. Yeah.
Cool. Is that the furthest you've been now?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've flown out to Long Beach, and I've been to Long Beach, but I never drove Long Beach.
Yeah.
But that's the furthest driving my own car, driving my own rig.
To an event.
Yeah, broke it. Normal stuff.
The rig or the car?
Both. I was in a sandstorm under it, unbolting the transmission drop pan to replace a solenoid so that it would go into gear and hold gear properly because it was overheating. And then the front bolt that comes down, stud for the Z, where the Y-swab connects in. Horrible description, but the word will come to me later. But that completely broke and spun free.
True.
And so in the middle, I'd just lose all of my adjustment, and everything would be completely different adjustment, and it'd just spin you out. And you're like, whoa, and I'm like, what in the world? So yeah, it wasn't safe to drive.
Yeah. Are you in a VQ?
Yep.
It's still VQ?
Yep.
True. I didn't know if you did a swap as well, but
no swap yet. I was thinking about doing a swap. I wanted to do a V8, grab an LS3, go big, do that. Cast Performance was going to work with me on that and stuff, which is super exciting. I'm excited to work with them. But I think I'm going to get a Corvette. Yeah. I think that keeping the car at this level, just fine-tuning it a little bit more, having something that can go out and consistently have fun with and not tear up tires as much. Because, I mean, I started looking at the cost of having a V8 car and constantly running those tires, and you're like, wow, you go from a couple bucks a lap to over $100 a lap in tires, gas, they eat fuel. It's expensive. It's an expensive sport, and it only gets more expensive the more you do.
Yeah. Yeah. The better you get, the more expensive it gets. Yeah.
Yeah. So trying to control myself and have something reasonable. But it's been an amazing year. Tons of events. The 2024 season, I bought one of those large Amazon calendars, and I'm mapping everything out. Sick. And right now, it's almost every other weekend I have an event that I'm wanting to do. So hopefully going to get some more stuff on the East Coast tracks. Definitely hitting Mid-Pond. Definitely want to get out.
Have you been there yet?
Mid-Pond twice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, twice. Nice. I announced the comps there.
Okay.
And I drove there. So I want to be a part of the comp this spring break bash. It's always a phenomenal time. I jumped into the pond, had a mortar that I was carrying around, a little couch on fire. Normal things,
normal
that everybody does.
Yeah, real normal.
Yeah.
Dustin Motors, a normal guy.
A normal guy. Dustin Motors, a normal guy. Definitely never been kicked out of a track before in my life. Never. No, don't get threatened to do that every day at OSW. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Dang. So going back to No Coast, Mid Pond.
Yep.
What else for the year?
Those are guarantees.
Yeah.
I do want to do the Smile Tire comp that's here in Orlando that Florida Drift is putting on. I'm just trying to see all the rules and see everything that's going on with it, because competitions are different than fun events, and I'm trying to be cool and do that too. And but I also love announcing, so it's like, do I work on the event? Do I announce the event, or do I go ahead and compete? It's a tough battle.
Yeah.
Deciding what I want.
One for you, one for me. That's what you should do. Like,
yeah,
one for the people, one for yourself. Yeah. Announce and then compete. And
I might do the small tire, and I might like try to see if there's any way that I can announce while doing it, but I just don't think it's going to be possible. Try to help with them and promoting and stuff. But I know that I'm going to announce U.S. Drift Circuits again and do interviews with them again. So that's exciting. We'll just see whatever comes up. I love seeing grassroots events. I love grassroots cars. I love grassroots drivers. And it's cool seeing a small tire program come in, because clutch kickers at the other track at Emerald Coast, and this might be a hot take, allowed, the smaller cars and the smaller horsepower cars to compete.
Yeah.
When it came to Freedom Factory, it just, once they're on that bank, they could run away, and all of a sudden that, 235, or that 255 that someone's running compared to 285 and, double horsepower, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what Drift Takes was even saying. He's like, there are ways to get around, if to get around that small tire stuff, like have like the 235 limit, but you have a wider sidewall, then you air down, so there's more grip. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Mm-hmm. Like, there are ways to, finagle.
There's all
a
kinds
little
of
bit
ways
of grip.
To finagle stuff. I mean, it's competition.
Right.
It's Rubbins racing. If you're not cheating, you're not trying kind of mentality.
Yeah.
I definitely try to stay within the rule books of life as much as possible, at least the ones that I write. Mm-hmm. I just might not agree with, like some laws and shit, whatever. Does the track need to be on fire? I don't know, but it'd be kind of cool, Ken. So, I mean, that was a great phone call. Mid-Pond, he's like, just don't put it on the track. And I'm like, cool, we'll light it on fire right next to it. Can we drift next to it? No drifting tonight. Oh, okay.
Can we drift around it? No. Dang. Awesome, man. Well, speaking, you were... Earlier, when you interviewed me, you asked me my controversial drift take. Not that controversial, maybe for some people, but I said if I were to motor swap, I'd do an LS rather than a JZ or something else.
Yeah.
And like I said, because parts are readily available here in America, but another big reason for me that I thought about it later, was that, like, I am not a mechanic. I do work on my car. I do, when I have to, when I I'll wrench on it.
But... Every single drift driver, I am not a mechanic. That goes for you, neighbor. I'm not doing your oil change.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, more people do ask me, like friends and stuff that aren't into drifting, ask me, you're into cars, right? You could do that. Like, I can if you really need
Friend
it.
Friend from 8 years ago, what's wrong with your car?
God. Yeah. So, the reliability of the LS, knowing that I also am not gonna, all those vacuum lines and all that stuff for a JZ, it's just too much for me personally.
I was actually just talking to Taylor Ray.
Yeah.
And he was like, going from a JDM motor to it's super simple. It's a push rod system, and it's just like, wow, it's a lot easier to work on. He was reassuring, and I was excited. Yeah. It's a lot of money to LS swap a car, to do it right, and then the cost of it, which is why I think, as silly as it sounds, I'd rather get a pre-LS swapped car.
Yeah.
So, a Corvette.
Yeah, it's true,
it's
though.
pre-LS swap. It's ready to go, and that's what Max says that all the time.
It's
so,
true.
I completely agree with it, and I think they're sexy. I think
they've grown on me.
Cars. They've grown on me. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sexy cars.
What about you? Would you did say you'd V8 if you had to swap something?
If I had to swap something into that car, yeah, I'd be a V8.
Yeah.
I'm more leaning towards just putting some nitrous on it and using that situationally. Like if I'm going against a higher horsepower car or something like that.
Right.
But in reality, I'm still learning. There's so many different grip setups that I could be doing. That car doesn't get a break. I'm not easy on it. I'm an aggressive driver. I'm aggressively showing up to events too. I'm working full time. I'm flipping cars to afford the hobby, and then everything goes into it. So it's a lot of work. So when I do have time to work on the car, it's let's get it done. We need to figure this out right now. And the car just has been in a perpetual broken state, and I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to get it out. It's in a safe fashion, like I'm not like lighting the car on fire constantly or anything, but
constantly.
it's only lit on fire twice, so like it's fine. Those are early on issues. It will not. The car shouldn't kill. If you're inside the car, you shouldn't die. You should be fine. Yeah,
you're caged up. Speaking of, is Cage Kits kit?
Yep.
I think we might have talked about it last time, but did you weld it in?
No, Kevin Phillips welded it in.
Yeah.
He used to do a little welding side job thing where he had his own shop and stuff.
Nice.
And, he was fortunate enough to do that for me.
I recently learned, is yours into the stock dash bar, like welded into that stock dash bar?
I actually grinded so like the way the Cage Kits one go in, it's like very tight, and so I clearanced that bar still in and then tapped into it as well. So that one's still going through, and then I left the back mount that's for like the sub and the speakers and everything there. I didn't take the time to cut it all out, and I didn't even put the X into the back. So like, it was just,
I was told not to do that because then you could fit stuff back there.
Like it was just a choice thing. Some people think it looks really cool. Something that's safer. That Cage Kit's super safe. Follow the rules. Whatever you're installing, and follow the rules. But I'm dumb and don't do that. So I just kind of do what I want. That's what we did.
And you learn sometimes from those mistakes.
Oh yeah, I got great scars. Super good stories.
Dude, scars do tell stories, man. Yeah, that's true.
They're pretty good. But yeah, definitely if I was gonna swap anything, it'd be an LS. I've always built my cars with like same motors. Like my Miata is a BP. From factory. It's a 94. It's a 94 head, 94 block, 99 head, all from a Miata. We're at like 440 horsepower or something crazy like that on pump gas. Not even 85 yet.
That's awesome.
So super
dude, little Miata like that.
It's fast.
Yeah, I bet,
fast.
Dude.
I got a video that's coming out hopefully soon, dropping about that. I've been building that car for over 8 years.
Sick. Oh. Well, not sick, but it's sick that you're finally getting it done. It takes time. It takes time.
And you put things on the back burner. Like I have a Jeep that was my baby, was fixed every other day. Is my way to get to work. And everything. That miles per gallon, 8 miles per gallon on that thing. It's on 35s. It's the Jurassic Park Jeep. It's super cool. But no, it's expensive. And so like that thing's been sitting for a couple of years. I've put priority into other stuff. Bought a house, bought a trailer, bought a truck, fixed the drift car, bought a drift car.
Yeah.
Things take precedence.
Yeah, for sure. There are things like that you should put money into first before other things, for sure.
Yeah, toys that you want, like a jet ski.
Into a pool.
Into a pool.
Yeah.
It was a great New Year's Eve party.
That was pretty sick. I was like, oh, don't hit the edge every time. Like, I was gonna skirt him.
Now it does. It was just like the pool. You just kind of rub a little bit. There's definitely some tile pieces in the bottom of that pool. Thank you, Max. I love you.
Jeez, man. Well, you recently are starting to build a sim.
Yeah.
Sim stuff.
Yeah. So Black Friday came along. I didn't have extra money, but I had money. And I made the brilliant decision that said, hey, I really should try to get more track seat time in, more understanding of different setups and stuff like that. And I've been preached the way of the sim for years. Started with Matt and then Ryan and everybody else that's been coming from that. And I'm like, shit, let me just bite the bullet. Let me do the right thing. Spoon was a huge help. Spoon something on Instagram. I'm horrible with all that stuff, but he's super cool. And he's like, Fantech is the way to go. Nick even said it. He's like, talk to him. He knows what he's doing. Nick at Speed Spark Shop. So like, they're all like, do it. And I'm like, well, this is the kit. This is the starter kit. And I got the pedals, everything. I got over $2,000 stuff for $100. Like on their Black Friday deal. They had this kind of starter kit, like starter kit.
Yeah.
And so I got that, and so I'm gonna build out of aluminum extrusion, like a very nice sim. There's like a guy on YouTube that did one, and I'm gonna have, I bought all the computer components to rebuild my computer. So yeah, and then I'm gonna just start streaming from it. I'm gonna suck, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard personally going from a car to sim. Going from a sim to car is so easy in comparison. Because you have so much more feel and response and stuff, and I'm looking for things that I don't know. I can't tell I'm going too fast into something. I can't see it properly. I can't feel it properly.
Right.
So it's a big difference, but I'm excited.
It is.
And it'll keep me out of trouble, I think, too. It'll keep me out from like going out and spending extra money and doing extra things. Seat time in. Not be more of a hermit. I'm still going to be always super social, but like, I don't need to go out every night. Don't need to, go out and have fun every single time. It's not like I'm out partying every night, but
Yeah.
Going home, getting on the sim, getting some laps in with friends.
For sure.
I'll get the camaraderie. Hopefully, I'll jump on with you.
Yeah.
We'll get a Discord or something going.
For sure. For sure. That is the one thing I can't stand about Assetto is that you have to use an off the platform program to communicate with the homies and stuff like that. That I'm like, oh, wish we could just chat in game, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
2024 is going to be a weird year for me. I'm going to do a lot more everything. I'm going to start posting on YouTube again. I'm going to start posting on TikTok. I'm going to start trying to do weekly posts of videos, not just on my thing. I'm going to try to get to every other day on Instagram. Just do the things that I should be doing. I'm doing all the fun stuff, and I'm already spending the money. And the people who are around me and watch my stories, like my stories get thousands of views, and then my posts will get like 200-300, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, well, yeah, your post is okay, but your story's nuts. And I'm like, oh crap, maybe I should just post what I'm doing.
Yeah,
like it sounds silly and stupid, but like I'm just gonna post whatever I'm doing and not super worry about it.
Yeah, and like we said, like before the pod was talking about like everything, like posting the failures as well, because other people learn from that. You learn from that, like not just showing the good stuff that happens.
And I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form, nor am I going to be liked by everybody. And honestly, if I'm liked by everybody, I'm probably not pushing hard enough.
Yeah.
So
you're
I'm here to have fun. You're not wrong. I'm here to have fun every day. I wake up every single day, and I'm like, what are we going to do that's going to be fun? I'm like, I want blueberry pancakes. So I went out and got blueberry pancakes. This is when I put eggs, blueberry pancakes. I'm like, this is exciting. Let's go to the range. Range is rained out. Okay, let me just go to the drift track. You know, like, let's do something fun every single day. Yeah, After this, I'm going to go downtown.
That's the way to live, man.
Street shark the car out there.
Yep. Nice, dude. Well, what's your favorite track that you've been to so far? Now, you think No Coast?
It's hard.
Or Mid-Pond?
So, like, there's track, and then there's, like, the people around it and, like, the event itself. Events-wise, Spring Break Bash at Mid-Pond is top tier. No Coast is in its own world. You have to make the pilgrimage. If you have not already been, make the pilgrimage to No Coast. Officer Dan did an amazing job out there. Everybody on that team does an amazing job. Holy cow, was that, like... That's like going to Mecca. Like of drifting, like if it was a religion, do you know what I mean? Like making a pilgrimage, it'd be nuts. Holy cow, did it cost money? But it was worth it. I mean, buy a Spirit Airlines ticket and just show up and party. Like literally, spend a couple bucks and get out there. Albuquerque's a weird town, but holy cow, is the track dope.
I've never been to Albuquerque.
It was like a war zone,
or New Mexico.
It was weird. Yeah. I went to like some weird places. I saw burned cars and stuff.
Dang. Woo. Yeah. Well, what controversial drift takes or controversial car things do you have? I mean, you hit it with me, so
I hit everybody else with it. Yeah. Be rowdy. Have fun. Like, if you're in the lead car and you've got 17 cars behind you, have your good, easy, consistent line, all that stuff. But if you are out there with your buddies, it's 3 cars, 4 cars, you're having fun, you know, everything's good, everybody knows each other, get on them. Like, people are not doing it. I don't know. And everybody's like, oh, it's not a strong enough car, fast enough car, or whatever. I don't have the angle. If you are in that position and can do it, do it. Please have fun. Drifting is supposed to be fun. People take things a little too seriously. Put some rubber marks on them, you know? If you're going to concave someone's door, you should know them, you know what I mean? And be the one helping them to fix that car and stuff. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I've got people like Chris Rios. He banged in both my doors. Neither of them had been banged in. And did I care that much? No, we were in a comp setting. It was comp practice. It's a completely different thing. Yes. That's another thing. If you're signing up for a drift comp, your car is going to get touched. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
That's part. Yeah. It's gonna 2 drivers going 100%. Like, it's gonna
have fun.
Something's gonna happen.
And honestly, like, if something happens, if they take the time to, hey, I didn't mean to, whatever, and if somebody says, hey, please don't hit my car, you do your best, right? But, like, stuff happens, and especially when you have cars that are different speed and stuff, but, dude, have proximity. Proximity is the most important thing in my brain. Yes, if you're leading, it's clean run, all that kind of stuff, but, like, don't be cutting the line entirely, just have proximity. Like, that's not the way to get it, but if you have good proximity, be rowdy, follow them almost into the wall. Drifting should be scary. It should be there. It should be like, holy cow, this is cool. Like,
it is funny seeing when Tommy at the driver's meeting is like, hey everybody, and people are just like,
stop being boring. Just stop being boring.
It's like, we're drifting today, boys. Like,
dude, I'm pumped 24/7. I know you might not have the energy I do all the time, but you're in a machine made for energy. Put smoke out. Trust me, I know that I don't do it enough. Put it on some doors. I'm getting better at it. Put it in. God dang, just go. Oh, man. You're gonna get me pumped. I just want to drive. I want to drive.
Yeah.
I was FOMOing hard like today. I was like, oh, I want to get in the
That's how it always
car.
is, man. If you're not driving the event and you go to shoot some content or do something, even just hang out, you're like, itching a little bit.
Just don't be a pussy. I don't know. Just don't be a pussy.
There you go.
Push your car. Have fun.
Push the car. Sick, man.
Guarantee the car is better than you.
Yeah.
The car can do more than you. A better driver can do more in that car. Push it. Find its levels. If you aren't making mistakes, you're not pushing hard enough. Don't make mistakes in 5-car trains. All right?
Yeah.
That's not the time, right? But go out and do solo runs. Go out and do team tandem stuff. We were talking about this earlier. There's not enough team tandem stuff. You know, I really think that spending time with somebody and consistently driving with them is important. And if you want to do that, get into the left lane in A class when you're there. You know, get there, or get into the solo laps in B class, really push your car. But if you are there and want to do it, I think every A class driver should be in that right-hand lane with a thumb up. We should be dumping grid. Yeah. That's another controversy. At no point should it not be this lane is dumps and this is tandems. Yeah. That's thumbs up, 8, 10 cars. I don't care how many cars are behind me. I'm thumbs up every single event. Yeah. Let's go. I'm here for it. I don't care who you are. Yeah. Unless you have spun out multiple times in front of me or done something really crappy or crashed into my car, I'll keep driving with you. Let's go. You can learn so much by being behind somebody. I told you that too. I was like, hey, get over it. It's okay to be scared. Give distance. Follow me. Yeah. See what I do. And holy cow, you saw the line.
No, yeah. And it did that time we drove together, it did help for sure.
It broke through some glass for you.
For sure.
It's important. But when you're learning is not the time to over push. It's hard because it's contradicting what I'm saying. But take your time. It's going to be okay. Yeah. You doing extreme things is pushing it in those levels. Don't kill yourself. Yeah. You know? But let's do rowdy fun shit. Yeah. And also, being safe about it. I don't want to drive with random drivers until I have a cage, but currently I am tandeming. Every lap except my first lap today was a tandem. But it is I did see a homie wreck today, or he spun out and the chase driver straightened up. Yeah, the Rocket Bunny white car. Had enough, Fresco. Yeah. And that guy had so much time to stop. It is what it is. Target fixation is a thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, target fixation, if you look at something look at it, and you're scared, and oh my God, Tina Belcher, just go one direction, bang, it hits you. Come on. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't lock up your brakes. Be smart. You know how to drive a car. Yeah. Come on. That happened to me when I hit the wall. I kept looking right at it, and I was I couldn't take my head away to turn away. I just straightened up and boom right into it. Yeah. We all make mistakes. We're all human. That taught me. Yeah. Dude, I've crashed my car. Yeah. Shit happens. Yeah. That if you're drifting, it's going to happen. Whether you're solo or in a train. It's like riding anything. Driving a car, you're gonna get in an accident. You know. Yeah. You're doing whatever. We do dangerous things every day. Yeah. It's just how much fun can we have while doing dangerous things? Does it work? Yeah. Yeah. Some people look miserable, by the way, at the drift track. You guys take things so serious. God, it sounded serious. Serious, so serious, but serious. God damn, dude, for real. Have fun. I want to tattoo it on my knuckles with an exclamation point. Have fun. That's the whole point we're here. Yeah. Whole reason we're here in this sport. It is. If you're here to make money and be famous and do whatever, good for you. I hope you get there. But man, do you look miserable if you're not having fun. I don't want to watch somebody not having fun. Do you want to watch somebody not have fun? Nah. Dude, I like watching everybody that is energy. If you're having a fun time, anybody, any podcast ever, and there's people that are excited, smiling, I'm into it. It's great. I feel that. But if you're, it's boring. Yeah, my 240 does. It's boring. Be cool. Have fun. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. And we're gonna drive. We're gonna do a little more driving tonight. Yeah, we're gonna do some driving. We're gonna take both the cars out. Go Street Shark. When I say Street Shark, it's just driving the drift car out. We're not street drifting. Yeah. FYI. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. he puts his racing shoes on. Damn, going out somewhere. Well, man, is there anything you want to add before we close this up? Anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to tell us? Anything? Man, I don't know. What are you doing for 2024? What are you excited about? This year, I'm trying to focus on getting a cage and possibly a trailer, but for sure the cage, and just push and get into A. That's two main things.
but I do want to hit Showtime. Like I told you earlier, I didn't get to do that last year, so I want to hit that. And we'll see. I'm going on a long trip with my family in June, so I need to save up for that as well. Like we were saying, other things in life happen as well. So yeah, I plan on hitting events. I plan on traveling a little bit to go to some, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's awesome. Family's super important.
Yeah.
I just came back from a trip seeing my brother, my mom, and his kiddo, Maverick.
Nice.
And so, like, all of them were out there in Michigan. And so, very excited. Love seeing the family.
Yeah. It's important.
Family's important, and the family you adopt and the people that are around you, I'll say that, honestly. People that you surround yourself, man, are your family.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
I have some really close friends that are closer than some of my family members type of thing. They are my brother, you know, like I really treat them that way and they treat me the same. Like we've known each other forever. We are brothers, like no matter what type of thing. So it's good to have.
Well, if anybody ever needs any help, you can always reach out to me. That's the other thing. I just had a kid stop me at 7-Eleven, asking about drifting and everything. I'm like, hey man, give me a message. Let me know what your questions are. Yeah. And he's just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what question. I'm like, when you think of them, let me know. Yeah. Well, like, come to OSW. Come watch. Yeah. Like, encourage your family and friends to come out to events, too. Even if you're learning. That's something, you know, you were talking about Aceto and stuff like that. Even if you're not there, encourage them to come out. You know, it helps the sport, helps everything grow. Definitely come out to the events, even if they're A-class only and you're not driving. Come support it. Because one day you're going to be there. Sooner than you realize. Time is weird, and you're gonna look at the stands, and if they're empty, it's gonna be a little weird, you know. Yeah, it's more fun with people around.
For sure. And like you said, ask. Like, you know, people like being, maybe not everybody, but I like being asked questions. Like, if I could help you out in some kind of way, give you an answer, some knowledge, like, you know. I was
talking to McNasty just at the track today. Some guys came up and they're like, "Hey, you know, this with this," and I'm just like, "Hey, here's the info," you know. And I was like, "Oh, I just had said in the interview, I was just like, hey, if you ever want to ask a question, just make sure the person isn't like changing a tire, fixing something urgent, like not in their run group, but when they're just chilling, hanging out, and just respectfully like, hey, sorry to interrupt, but I did have some questions. Do you have a second, or when would be a good time to come back? Do it. I asked tons of questions. I was annoying. I don't care. Yeah. You guys have done this for years when I first came into it, you know, the people that I looked up to driving wise. And I mean, people come and go, but holy cow, the knowledge, you know, sticks around. Come ask me what tires I run, what PSI. I'll tell you. Sometimes it doesn't matter, you know. But, like, sometimes I don't know. Right. We're going to go out and have fun.
Yeah. Sometimes we're both questioning it.
I don't know. I don't know why the car's driving like garbage. There's no gas in it, and the one tire's a little low. Me at Showtime, like at this end of the year. And I was like, why is the car so crappy? Oh, I should have checked these things out of the trailer.
Well. It happens. Yeah. You made it out. You still had fun. Yeah.
Just have fun.
There you go.
Excited for 2024. Hopefully a bunch of tracks.
Man.
Cool media coming out, hopefully.
Yeah, dude. Let's get it.
I actually do have something hopefully exciting. Not 100% sure on it. But my birthday, around May 30th, close to the FD time frame, Orlando, I'm trying to put together a chill pop punk band, like have a stage, car show, and a little drifting expo for people to get ride-alongs with. And it's not even about, like, big drifting. No, it's, like, chill, have your car out there, be more for show, go give a couple ride-alongs or whatever to some family members that want to. It'll be, like, a little donut patch or something. You know, I'm trying to find a venue right now. But we'll sell T-shirts to it, and I'll be selling T-shirts for, like, I don't know, $30, $35. And the reason for that price is that is your ticket to get in. So if you buy a T-shirt, that's your ticket to get in. Sick. Otherwise, there'll be a price at the door to come in. That's awesome. And I want to have an amalgamation of car show people here for local music, people that are sort of into the automotive scene but not really going to the drift events all the time, and try to get it somewhere local into Orlando. So that's something I'm working on right now. Yeah. So hopefully look out end of May. Hopefully there'll be some Dustin Motors event going on.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks for coming on, dude. Let's go out, do a little street sharking and
get some food.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's been real, y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time, fam. Peace.
Just do a weird stare off until it's over.